Welcome to another episode of The Rogue Dermatologist. Today I'll talk about shampooing. Why do people do it? What is the benefit? And what can you do in case you do not want to shampoo? So let's get right to it. Well, shampooing is the washing of hair with a product that is made in a factory or maybe homemade that is supposed to cleanse the hair and supposed to give it a certain texture. In other cases, sometimes scent the hair in a certain way. So there are several goals that are declared for shampoos, and there are additional more nebulous goals to shampoos, such as nourishing the hair or making the hair healthier, giving it volume, and all sorts of other goals of shampooing. Now, the interesting thing about shampooing, and I'm going to say something that's going to sound crazy to most people watching this, is that there is no proven benefit, as in no proven health benefit, to shampooing. I'm not talking about shampooing to treat certain scalp conditions like dandruff or seborrheic dermatitis or sometimes folliculitis, psoriasis, other types of scalp conditions. As far as shampooing as a day-to-day practice to benefit the health of the hair, there is virtually zero evidence that shampooing does anything. Now, I know it seems crazy because everybody pretty much shampoos their scalp. Even dermatologists do. Not this one, but most dermatologists do. And this is pretty insane. Now, you're probably asking yourself, if there is no proven benefit, no proven health benefit to using shampoos, why is everybody doing this? Well, it's complicated, but there are several reasons. One is shampoos are being promoted very aggressively by shampoo manufacturers. Shampoo manufacturers make all sorts of promises to women and to men using their products of healthier hair, a healthier scalp. But again, there's no given proof to support those claims. What shampoo can do noticeably right there and then on the surface is to change the texture of hair to make it into a more desirable texture. That could happen with shampoos, requiring multiple uses of the product. And the other thing that shampoos can definitely do is scent the hair a certain way that seems more desirable than the hair's natural scent. So those two effects of shampooing clearly can be obtained by using shampoos, but those are not health benefits. They obviously make the hair look and feel a certain way, maybe easier to style, achieving a certain texture. They may make the hair smell a certain way that you or your loved ones like, but those are not health benefits. So most people use shampoos for these purposes with an expectation that this will benefit their scalp health, thinking there's no harm to using shampoos. But there are harms to using shampoos. What are those harms? Well, shampoos almost invariably contain detergents. Detergents are used to strip oils and other ingredients off the scalp and off the hair shafts, and those in turn can create a drier scalp and drier hair shafts. Now, some of these products contain ingredients that make up for stripping of certain elements by adding others, but those are not the natural ingredients of skin. They're not created by the scalp, obviously not created by the hair, and do not naturally coat the hair. So in essence, you're replacing one set of elements, which is what your scalp naturally produces to coat the scalp and coat the hair, and replacing those with ingredients that are compounded together in a factory to create the product that you're using. So you have to consider the benefits versus the price that you pay for using shampoo. Obviously, this goes beyond the price that you pay for the product. I'm talking about a potential price that you pay in the health of your scalp. So these are very important things to know. Now, I do realize that for many people out there, women and men, the texture that they get by shampooing the hair and even the scent or the fragrance that the product has, those are things that they've gotten used to and make things seem more easy either to style and more pleasant to smell. I get that. That being said, those products are not innocuous. They can actually create a whole lot of mischief on the scalp and the hair. So if you have dry hair, I would recommend minimizing shampooing altogether to the best of your ability. Know that there's no added benefit, there's no health benefit to these products. If you have normal or greasy hair, consider the following. Well, normal hair does not need to be shampooed again for any health benefit whatsoever. If you do want that certain texture that the product affords you, that certain scent that the product affords you, by all means use it, but use it as little as possible. Now, for those of you with greasy hair, here's the kicker. A lot of people cannot believe this, but in my experience, and this is across the board the case, greasy scalp and a greasy hair are usually the egg, not the chicken, meaning the shampoo a lot of the times, meaning shampooing throughout life and continuously at that, will eventually make the scalp produce more oil and the hair more greasy. So whenever you back away from shampooing for a very short period of time, if you have oily scalp and oily hair, the scalp will continue revving up production because it is used to being assaulted by your shampooing practices, maybe even other practices that are abrasive on the scalp, making the scalp produce more ingredients to protect itself, to coat itself, the surface of the skin and the surface of the hair shafts. So my challenge to you, and I've given this to many patients, and many of them followed and got great results, is to back away from shampooing altogether. Now you're probably wondering, well, what about the dirt? And the answer is there is no dirt to wash. What you're washing essentially are ingredients that the scalp painstakingly makes to protect itself and protect the hair shafts. You're basically saying, I know better than you. I'm going to use a factory-made product. I'm going to wash away those ingredients with a blunt hand, and I will replace them with, again, some of those ingredients in the shampoo. In certain cases, I'm going to condition the scalp and add other ingredients that are supposed to somehow make for dryness of the scalp, which is created by the shampoo. So I want you to consider this. The hair shampooing challenge. Stop shampooing your hair for 2-3 weeks. The oil production may pick up for the first few days, but it will invariably decrease once the scalp realizes it is not under continuous assault. Back away from shampooing and see what happens after 2 to 3 weeks. If you like the texture, if you don't mind the natural smell of the scalp, which is actually not strong in any case that I've ever seen, you can actually avoid shampooing altogether. Wash your hair with water. You should be perfectly fine, and there's no health risk to doing this. You're not clearing any dirt. You're not clearing any dangerous bacteria. In fact, you're probably getting rid of stuff that the scalp produces to protect itself, protect the hair, and you're getting rid or washing off some of the natural microbes that live on your scalp harmoniously with your skin, creating a more sturdy population and possibly opening the door for other microbes to come instead of the naturally inhabiting population of your scalp. So consider these measures. That's the hair shampooing challenge for you. Stop shampooing your hair for 2 to 3 weeks and see what happens. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I practice what I preach. I do not shampoo my hair. I do not use a conditioner in my hair. I have great hair. My hair is perfectly fine. My scalp is not oily. My hair is not oily. There's nothing dripping off my scalp. Doesn't smell funny. It's perfectly fine. And I encourage you to consider doing the same. Now, I'd love to hear in the comments section what happened when you stopped washing your hair regularly, when you actually took that leap of faith and stop using that practice that you've been employing on your scalp and your hair your entire life. What happened, and how much money and time and heartache do you expect to save yourself by backing away from this practice? I dare you to do it. I'd love to hear about it in the comments section. If you got some benefit from this video, like, subscribe, and share with your loved ones. More great content coming your way right from this channel. Thanks for watching, and God bless.